Hey, hello friends. Lori Andress here. How you doing? It's been a bit since I've done a Facebook Live. Oh, quite a long bit. But it's really good to be checking in with you today and connecting. We have full moon coming up at the end of this week, the Libra full moon. Lots of interesting things happening in the skies right now. Lots of interesting things happening in the world right now. My goodness, lots unfolding. I'm popping in today because I want to have a little bit of a conversation about the crystals and stones and the ways that they're showing up for us in the world right now, why they're important. And I want to share with you a bit about a new course that I've opened up, one that is connected with the Stone Speak Oracle. So let's just kind of sink in. I want to invite you, if you're listening, if you're catching this live, pop a little note in the chat. I'd love to say hello, give a little shout out. So I'm simultaneously streaming this on both Facebook and Instagram. So if my gaze averts a little bit, you know what's happening. I mean, you guys get the deal. You know, we all do this. So nothing new, right? Okay. But it feels really good to be here today. Really good to be talking about the stones. You know, a couple weeks ago, I did an event in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And at that event, someone asked a question that I think was really on point with so many things in the world, right? The question was around working with crystals and stones and how do we work with them? Are we overusing? Are we hurting the earth by by buying crystals and stones? And I thought that was such a great question. And so definitely something I needed to move through on my own in my own journey at different times. Knowing that it takes quite a bit to do the mining, to harvest the stones from the earth, and also knowing that many people do this with integrity, many people don't. And how do we know? And then how do we work with the stones? Do we? Should we? What do we do? And I will say that there was a point where I really had a significant pause in my own journey. That was back around 2011. And I remember thinking to myself, I don't know if this is the right thing to be doing. And the crystals and stones answered really loudly. They get noisy. And their noisy response was that they are needed on the earth right now, and that they are, yes, they're being mined, yes, they're being harvested, they're being pulled from the earth, but that they want to be. And they want to contribute to what's unfolding on planet Earth. They want to support us in understanding the history and the evolution of the Earth, understanding things that have unfolded on this planet and how we can navigate them in meaningful ways, things that are unfolding now, how we can tap into the energetics of old experiences, the history of Earth. We can tap into that energy and channel it into what's unfolding now in a way that is empowering and meaningful. They've been really vocal, especially over the past couple of years, around the things that are unfolding here on Earth, how humanity is experiencing what's unfolding, and how we navigate that in ways that are truly empowering, not only for us, but for the planet, for the future, for humanity as it continues to evolve and be experienced here on the planet. And a big part of what they remind us, and what they've been sharing with me, is that it's important to slow down. Everything feels like a very fast pace here on Earth right now. Things are moving and changing in ways and in a time frame that we really don't have context or framework for. We've not experienced this before. It's happening so fast. And as things are happening and changing, the earth and the crystals are calling us to slow down, to really settle into our bodies, to feel the earth beneath our feet, and to feel our relationship with the earth, to come into a beautiful, harmonious relationship with the earth. Mm. So, what does that look like? How do we create that? And I think for each of us, that's going to look a little bit different, right? We all have different aspects of nature and the natural world that we're drawn to. For me, that one of the core aspects of the natural world that I feel like I have an intimate relationship with is crystals and stones. Next is the forest, the trees, the plants, the animals. I mean, I could go on, right? I think we all could. but but letting ourselves tap in where we have a first point of connection. And for me, since I was a child, I had a point of connection with the crystals and stones. I felt like they spoke to me as a kid. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that, that they have this aliveness. And I think each of us can access that and we can deepen our relationship with the stones. Now, no, they're not a magic pill. So, anyone who's out there thinking, okay, give me the right stone for X, Y, or Z thing, that's not how they love to work, or at least that's not the type of relationship I've built with them and the ways that they've shared their manner of wanting to most empower us through this time of transformation, through this journey of change. They really want to be deeply present with us and to support us in the nuances of our experiences. Last year, around this time, I launched my very first Oracle deck, the Stones Speak, my only Oracle deck. All right. No, I have a chakra card set. Okay. We'll pull that back. I have a chakra card set and the Stone Speak Oracle. But I launched the Stone Speak Oracle. And this deck is 45 original paintings of crystals that are from my personal collection. Crystals and stones that I've been working with for I don't even know how long. Every one of them has a different, timeline in my world. But the stories that they shared and the messages that they shared were then written into the book. That's the companion book for the Oracle. And they're really a call for us to tap into our creative power and potential, to recognize our relationship with the natural world, to understand the cycles of creativity and the ways that creative energy flows in our lives, how we can work with it, how we can navigate it in a way that feels natural and aligned and authentic, and how we can simply slow down and be present with our most authentic expression. Right now, we are being called into a level of authenticity and our true nature that we haven't been called to before. I know each of you watching this video have been on a spiritual path for a very long time. Some of you may be like, oh, I just started, but your soul has been actively engaged in the reconnection and remembering the very core of who you are for your entire life. Whether it's been conscious or unconscious, it's always been a part of your journey. And in the process, as you've been remembering, the capacity to actually step into that is where we're being called to now. So there's the journey of remembering, and then there's the journey of integrating that remembrance and standing powerfully in who we are and allowing ourselves to turn up our energy, to turn up our light, and let our presence simply be, to radiate, to emanate the truth of who we are. It's potent. It's so potent when we're in the presence of someone who is in complete alignment with who they are, the gifts they bring to the world, the way that they see things and understand life, with the ways that they're able to temper and balance and understand and look at things from different perspectives. That energy is so, oh, I don't even have a word for it. There's something so strong and compelling about that. Right now, we're in an opportunity to really harness that magnetic energy within ourselves, to harness that light energy that is who we are, and allow it to be shared and expressed in the world. So this is where the stones are eager, so eager to work with us. to support us in our journey. And this is where the Stone Speak Oracle has been created to support us. It's been created to support us during this time of birthing a new version of humanity, of bringing to life our most authentic selves. We can put a lot of different language around this, but it's really a time for us to step in. Step in. Wholly step in. So, working with the Stone Speak Oracle and diving deep in my upcoming course, Sacred Stones, it's a 7-week journey where we're going to really unlock the power of the deck itself. We're going to work with different card spreads. We're going to look at the light codes that are infused in that deck, the color palette, and how that palette of color itself is an expression of light energy, light code, and how it brings a transmission forward. And then we're going to look at how do we read for ourselves to glean powerful insights that really support us in moving forward, helping us to listen more closely within. Now, this is actually something that I think is really important to remember when we're working with the crystals and stones, is they don't want to be the medicine. They want to activate the medicine that is within us. Yeah. They want to support it. They want to energetically help us to crystallize those pieces so that we can really engage and embody and embrace all of who we are. The medicine that we're looking for, that we're needing in the world, it is within. The crystals and stones, they're going to help us illuminate that, understand it, connect with it, heal the stories and the traumas, the dramas, the pains that we've had around those experiences so that we can illuminate even more. It's really beautiful. Gosh, this crystals and stones, they have such an amazing way of working. And so in this Sacred Stones class, over these 7 weeks, we're going to slow our own rhythm down. We're going to tap in. We're going to listen. We're going to listen to the earth. We're going to listen to the stones. And we're going to listen to our own voice of inner wisdom. I mean, what would life be like if you were able to step back from all of the external noise, all of the external voices that say you should, you need to, this is where, what, who, how you should be in life? What if we could filter all of that? What if you could turn that off and listen to your inner knowing and take action in a way that aligns so authentically with that? Wow, how different would life be? Yeah. Throughout these 7 weeks, we're going to tap into processes that you can bring into your daily life to strengthen that capacity within you, to anchor it within, to get to know you. So here's my personal invitation to you. We begin on Friday, April 18th. This is an online journey. Each week you'll receive content from me, videos and practices and worksheets and all sorts of things. I love experiences that are that really access many layers of learning. So there's hands-on components, there are listening, there are feeling, there are movement components. Always there's like multiple layers. This is how I love to teach. And then we are going to have 4 live calls, which are an opportunity for us to connect as a group and community and get questions answered and sink deeper into what is showing up for you. There's so much happening right now in the world, and our lives are changing fast. And as things change fast, we can jump into an active response, which comes from fight, flight, freeze, fawn, that base level trauma response, or we can come into them from a place of being deeply grounded and connected with our most authentic knowing of what is our next right step. And this is such a contrary place to what has been so conditioned in our culture. This is such a great opportunity to really be present, to let our own light emanate into the world. Yeah, to really show up. All right, so if you're feeling a call to work with the crystals and stones, to connect with them more intimately, to dig deep into the Stone Speak Oracle that you've been working with over the last year, to really tap in and listen to your inner wisdom, and to let yourself trust you, to be able to come from a heart and soul centered place in your life rather than trying to sort it out through logic and reason when it feels conflicting. We've all done that. We all do that. I want to invite you to join me. I'll drop a link in the notes below. And if you're watching this on Instagram, I have a link in my bio. Just click through. It'll take you over. You're looking for Sacred Stones 7-week journey. On Facebook, I've already popped the link in the comments section, so head on over there. I'd love for you to join me. And if you're watching this on the 10th, until midnight tonight, you have an opportunity to get the early registration discount. It's $100. That's awesome. It's so helpful. Yeah, head on over. And if you feel like going all in, sign up to do a reading with me. I'm offering a limited number of readings as an opportunity with this, so you can register for the course and a private reading. That's kind of cool and fun too. So trust your heart, listen in if this is speaking to you, and you feel called to say yes, do it today. I'd love for you to join me. It'd be amazing to journey with you for 7 weeks. All right, have a beautiful day, sacred friend. And as always, shine brightly. Bye for now.